Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I'm going to be discussing some recent polls from the state of North Carolina, specifically regarding Ted Budd and Pat McCrory. There was also the Republican primary poll that Ted Budd leads significantly in. It does seem like he will be the nominee. I do believe that he will be the nominee, but this primary is coming up this Tuesday on the 17th, and I wanted to go over some two polls with Ted Budd and Pat McCrory up against their respective opponent, Sherry Beasley, who is who was one of the Supreme Court justices in North Carolina, and she's now running for Senate. But yeah, I really wanted to discuss these matchups. So what we see is Ted Budd leads Sherry Beasley by 7 points. That would mean if Ted Budd's the nominee, North Carolina is a likely state. We also know that Emerson historically is a poll that leans to the left. They oversampled Joe Biden in his polling in 2020 and Democrats in 2020 and 2016. So, take that into account also when viewing this and seeing that Ted Budd is up 7 points. And then Beasley against McCrory. Beasley is up 5 points. So what I have to say about these polls and this significant, net 12-point difference between these two candidates is the fact that Republicans are just not going to come out for McCrory the rate that they would come out for Budd. Pat McCrory has campaigned significantly to the liberal side of the Republican Party. He's attacked Ted Budd for his statements regarding January 6th and the 2020 election. And Pat McCrory has definitely played into the whatever you would call it, the Liz Cheney, Adam Kinzinger playbook, and that does not appear that it has worked out for him. People would say, well, McCrory is the most electable. He was the governor in North Carolina. Well, Ted Budd, the Trump-endorsed Ted Budd, is beating Beasley by 7 points, and McCrory is losing to Beasley by 5 points in the Senate race. And that is because Republicans, especially those hardcore Trump Republicans that make up a big part of the party, and then just general Republicans, just don't really want people attacking their own party. I guess they want them punching left, not punching right. And that is something that Pat McCrory just doesn't understand politically. And I just don't think that's going to help him in the election. So, luckily for Republicans, Ted Budd most likely will win this primary. I believe he will win the primary and go on to defeat McCrory. But this is just comparing the electability between these two candidates. Ted Budd is far more electable than Pat McCrory. Anyway, that's really all the analysis that I have for you today as we get closer to the midterms as well, but to this very, very big primary on the 17th. We've got Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Idaho, all sorts of states that are going to have interesting primaries, and I'm definitely going to be monitoring them closely, and we'll continue to make videos regarding them. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel,